Oh, they can see us. Okay. Hi, guys.
Let me try this. Testing. There, it's working, I think. Is it working now?
Sounds like he's getting into trouble already. No, alright. Okay.
Yeah, how's it working? It looks like it's working. It sounds like he's sucking stuff up, too.
Yeah, he's cleaning.
Good boy.
No Grum. Yeah, we didn't bring her. She's afraid of Sharky. So.
She's afraid because he's going to replace her.
Why would he replace her?
Because she's the most efficient pet.
Pets aren't about efficiency. Why would we have Mito if pets were about efficiency?
There we go. Now it's taller than you.
Cody, you've been with the company for about 10 years now.
That's right.
I've been with the company for about 8 years now. So it's kind of weird to be celebrating the 15th anniversary of something we haven't been a part of for 15 years.
No.
It feels weird because, like, I have all these really cool things I want to share with you guys, but they're very before my time. In fact, many of them are before I, like, moved to Seattle, and some of it's before I'd ever even visited Seattle. So that's, like, I don't know. I didn't even visit Pink Gorilla until 2009, so that was right after they changed the name. I never visited Pink Godzilla.
Same. There we go.
Good news is I'm a historian, so I like talking about history that doesn't involve me anyways, so this is...
Hey, you took my gamer chair.
Yeah,
what
it's
are you doing?
mine.
What are you doing,
It's
fake-ass
mine.
gamer
It's
girl?
mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine.
Get off my gamer chair. You still remember the mini raves? Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Those are a crazy time. Kiwi Vibes, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff that, I'm not, like, super embarrassed by it. No, some of it I'm a little embarrassed by, but it's all, like, before I was involved in any capacity, before I was even, like, an employee. So it's hard to be embarrassed about that. Embarrassment, I guess, isn't the right word, but, like, I personally would not sell Pink Godzilla thongs. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a funny choice.
Yeah.
But it worked. They were popular, so I heard. Oh, Sharky, he's exploring the back.
Oh, he's exploring?
Look at him go.
Do you think... Should we stop him?
No, let him go. What are you
Okay.
talking about?
All right, well,
Look
I
how
worry
tall I
about
made him now.
I worry about him. He's shaking so much. He's being so tall.
Ashamed? No, I wouldn't say ashamed. It's just it's kind of a goofy decision.
It's
silly.
he's stuck.
How? He doesn't
He
look
probably
stuck.
ran into metal. No, I don't know. So, guys, we have 2 special guests tonight that I'm really excited about. Oh shit! Hype Train.
Oh my goodness! Hype Train just activated.
Anyways, I was saying we have 2 special guests tonight, and I'm really excited about both of them. Should I spoil them?
Sure.
I don't think it really matters. Yeah. So, anyways, we've got one of the 2 former owners is going to join us for a little bit virtually. So he's hopefully going to tell some cool stories, and you can ask him some questions and stuff. And then we also have a former manager, who some of you guys might have seen on the stream before, because he always volunteers with us at conventions. So Pokerface Paul is going to be joining us.
I was telling the story about him joining me when on my bachelor party. We went to a library. And Paul's poker face was always on. Never a smile. If the librarians were up in his face, he was just cool as a cucumber.
Which is funny, because, he didn't get his name, Pokerface Paul, from actually having a poker face.
Absolutely
He got
not.
it from, hold on.
He got it
I
from
bet we have it.
from a game existing. There it is.
He got it from this. Just the fact that this exists is what he got his nickname from. Pokerface Paul.
Cody Buttcam, get the hell out of here, Sharky. So yeah, special guest tonight. We should have some stories. You guys will 100% hear stories you've already heard before,
Yeah.
including the Nintendo World Championship.
Yeah, but I hope... Thanks.
What were you saying?
But I hope we get some stories from before Cody and I's time. I think
That's what I
Paul,
want to hear.
Paul
yeah.
joined it slightly after you or before you?
Slightly before me. Yeah.
Okay, so Paul is slightly senior to Cody, but I don't think by very much. And then, of course, former owner Nathan is going to be joining us, which is awesome. And
we got questions for him.
Yeah.
We found out Kelsey found out. Kelsey's the researcher. Orvid King, thank you for the 17 months. Volume, thanks for the gift sub.
And Sharky tours much love from your third favorite Canadian DR boy, Doctor.
So, what was I saying? I got interrupted.
I'm a historian.
Yeah, Kelsey's a historian, so she found out so much stuff to share with you. We have some videos to watch together.
I have like 200 photos.
Yeah.
Sharky's dead again.
Are you serious? What is up with this guy? Anywho, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to. I have lots of questions for the old owner. Do you?
Yeah, I mean some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff.
I mostly just want to hear stories.
Yeah, me too. Mimsy, thanks for gifting out a sub. Yeah, so maybe we should get started after this hype train, and we'll watch some videos that Kelsey dug up. And I don't know if you have any photos to share.
Yeah, I mean, they're all on Google Photos.
Okay, maybe we can just put them on that screen.
Yeah.
Because I actually went through the effort to load up, like, stuff so you guys can see it just as well as us.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I saw someone ask when the name change was. It was in 2009. So the store was originally called Pink Godzilla. And actually, there is a game store in Kyoto, or there was at least in 2005, called Pink Godzilla. So, like, there was some precedent for Toho being cool about that. But what happened? Well, I mean, we'll ask the owner tonight, the old owner tonight. But the story I always got was they started selling a card game, and they started kind of like selling it internationally and touring around with it. And that was when Toho was like, "Yeah, you can't be called Godzilla if you're selling merch that says Godzilla on it."
All right, why don't we start with our first video of the night?
All
Hey,
right.
Scary, where are you? Oh, there she is.
Which video are you starting with?
I'm gonna start. I think
The
the
one I showed
GameSpot
you?
one seems
Okay.
best. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can hear a little bit from the old owner himself before we have him on tonight. So something that's kind of cool, we're going to show you some videos from old PAX, and PAX is interesting. Like, PAX has an interesting history because it was a much smaller show, as you guys can probably imagine back then. It had only been around for a couple years by the time, I think this video is 2007, and I think PAX started in like 2005 or something like that. So it was a lot like smaller and more intimate, but you would still have the big gaming sites and stuff attending it. So like Pink Godzilla got coverage alongside all of the other like game companies that were there, the people showing off games and stuff. So that's kind of cool.
Okay, yippee! Here we go, folks. Here's our first video here from GameSpot. Can y'all see it?
I'll pull up on my phone real quick and see if I can see it.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
You can
It's
see it?
good.
Okay. Off we go! Oh, wait, can they hear it?
That I don't know.
Yeah. Can you guys hear it? Okay, restart. We gotta sync up. I wish I had, like, good internet here, because then I could just do it all through a normal computer and do all sorts of stuff. But now we're having to do, like, cloud computers and shit. Anyway. Off we go! Ready, set, go!
So, what is Pink Godzilla, and where'd you come up with the name?
Well, Pink Godzilla is a local import and retro gaming store here in Seattle.
So
We're
you can hear
located
the
in
sound?
Chinatown. We run the gamut of games that we sell,
Okay.
from the early Pong systems that Nintendo made back in the
Chinatown.
70s, right up through to the current generation systems. We import all the newest games from Japan. We try to, like for instance, we have Phantom Hourglass for sale here, while Nintendo's demoing it a couple booths away. And as far as the name, we wanted something that kind of really embodied kind of
Dude, that's
a
awesome.
Japanese feel. And so Japan's all about kind of cuteness, and so we wanted a nice, cute character, but something that also kind of gave people a Japanese feel. And we figured Pink Godzilla doesn't get much cuter
Someone
than
else,
that.
yeah,
and
this
much
is
more
our old
Japanese
boss.
than that. So that's kind of. And there was also a video game arcade in Kyoto that we used to go to called Pink Godzilla. And the
Here's the
name
good part.
just heard it once and it's stuck in our heads, and we figure, you know what, we want a name that people aren't going to forget. So that's how we ended up with Pink Godzilla.
Just casual.
All right, now we've heard a lot of people say that they do all kinds of deep import and retro stuff. So we're gonna look and we're gonna see just what you got and see if you got stuff.
We stole it.
Tell us
Yeah.
about some of the big ticket items
He
you
was
got
about
here.
Cody's age at this
well,
time in 2007.
The biggest
About
ticket
30.
is, let's see, where is it? Right down here, we have a brand new copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga.
You guys are gonna cry.
For $500. Used copy, a little cheaper, $200. But those are the larger ticket items. We also
Brand
have
new
the,
Panzer Dragoon
complete
Saga, now
Nintendo 64
$1,200.
DD collection, which was $750.
Popful Mail's
That was one of
85.
the first items that we sold
me
yesterday.
KO Flying
Oh my
Squadron,
God.
125. We just sold that for 1,500.
Other examples we have.
And then
this
some
is,
of those DS games are worthless
a
now.
rare Famicom Disk System cart. It's gold plated. It was a prize that Nintendo gave away at their gaming competitions that they used to hold throughout Japan.
That's
in the
not
80s.
my Animal Crossing
It's
copy.
actually a functional cart. You can stick it in the Famicom Disk System and play it. It's got some courses that you can't play on any of the other cart-based games. We've got.
Yeah, Jake, it's been a long time.
Where is this game right here? Summer Carnival '92.
This is 13 years ago,
Rekka.
guys.
That was a tournament card that they had in Japan.
Here.
It's a shooter.
One thing you'll notice on here, this is pretty old school. You notice all the stickers on there say about $375, about $60.
So stupid.
I liked it. I liked it because I thought it added a lot of charm to it. You know, it kind of made us stand out as like a quirky place. But I think overall it just had too much confusion. So the reason why it was about was not because of haggling, and a lot of people assume that, and you're right to assume that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of places do that, but that was not the case. It was $375. Okay, let's make it simpler. About $4 because it was $3.99.
Yeah.
And there is tax. So really, it was $3.30.
So they're just, like,
it's
being
about
cute about it.
$3, just trying to be cute about it.
And by the way, we didn't change this until 2014 or something insane like that. Like this
There was some
was like a 9-year.
there were
thing of
some
confusion.
funny things that I pushed to change that I think took a little bit of the quirk out of the store, but I think overall were better choices.
Yeah.
This was number one. I kept pushing like, let's stop doing that. It's too annoying.
This one, and then flipping the NES games right side up.
Yeah,
were the two big ones.
You'll see in another video the inside of the store. All our NES games used to be upside down, and there's a reason for that. But I'll stop interrupting. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah. You'll see some of these rare games
I
are
to
also
call it
like
the Radiant
quote
Silver
unquote
Gun of the
rated. Now this
Famicom.
I think
It's one of the most
predates
amazing shooters
VGA.
you'll ever play.
Yeah, it was just by the store.
Yeah. Oh no, I know,
Used,
but I
just
mean,
the card itself is about $175. We're calling it brand new. It's hard to tell because Famicom games weren't sealed in shrink wrap, but we opened it up and it looks like it's never been touched. So we got new question mark, $375. We'll let the purchaser make the judgment call on whether they think it's new. But we've also got even the Super Nintendo sealed Super Metroid is about $300 is the standard price on that. But I mean, we've run the gamut, and then even the Vectrix game
sealed.
right down here. Vectrix
Sealed.
is a
Metroid.
vector-based
Sealed
system
Super
that not a lot of
Metroid.
people know
That's
about.
like-
but that was a limited
that's
edition.
probably one of the ones that's gonna go in
100
Heritage
copies
for
of
like
this
10
game. This
grand
is
now.
brand new.
Toilet Kids.
It was actually just released a couple weeks ago.
Vectrix, that
and
pictures
we got
duel
one
was
of the
around
100 copies
like,
that were released.
Forever.
Forever.
Like until we
about
took over.
$150.
Yeah.
I swear, like 10 years,
Wow.
dude.
Now, one of the things that we're seeing kind of like peppered on throughout are these little cards, because besides being an import shop,
$90
you guys
for-
are
$90
now
for
expanding
box.
into the card
Box
action.
baby
That was
comic.
like-
Yeah, we actually created our own card game. It's called Pink Godzilla Dev Kit. We're all
that
about
Rondo of
import
Blood,
and retro games.
I
And,
think Jeremy
and
Parrish,
as gamers ourselves,
formerly of One Up, bought.
I mean,
This is
everyone's
good.
dreamed about making their own video game. And so while most people don't get that opportunity, we figured we kind of let them stereotypically, wow, I can't even talk, kind of play the role of a video game developer. And so with this game, 2 to 4 players kind of compete against each other making video games. And it's the player that makes the best video games that ends up winning the game. We're actually running a tournament here at PAX, though. The winner of the entire tournament actually gets to design their own real video game, which Pink Godzilla will then produce and then host on our website. And so we're giving one lucky gamer the chance to live out their dream and actually design a video game.
Nice. Now, you guys have a very it looks like Akihabara exploded over here.
The winner gets to
Did you
design a
guys
video
catch
game.
that? Design a video game?
And
So,
stuff up here. And
I found,
I'm sure there are
you know,
people at
Panzer
home
real
that
quick.
like want to
I
get
can
this,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
not here.
I
So
found,
there's ways for people to get this stuff from you, yeah?
Okay. I found, like, on the Internet Archive, an old blog post that there was one update on this game. It was going to be a Flash game, and our old artist / employee, Corey was gone by the time you worked here, right?
Yes.
Okay. But he used to do a bunch of, this guy Corey Lewis, great comic book artist.
He did art. He did the art for my Twitch channel. The banner.
Yeah. If you see Cody's banner, he did, and my Twitter header and stuff. We commissioned him for that. He's a great artist. But I guess he was doing the art for this theoretical Flash game, and I just have. I have no idea. Oh yeah, I guess Corey Lewis is kind of like close to our names.
I guess, yeah.
That's funny. I've never noticed that. Yeah, I don't know if he has anything left from it. I'm sure the actual game itself, if it was ever made, was probably just like a little dinky demo type thing. But
I still would love to pay someone to make a game.
Yeah, me too. But I'm gonna reach out to him and see if he has anything remaining from that, because I'm fascinated that as someone whose job is to try to preserve game history, that my own store has a lost game.
And on our website, www.pinkgodzillagames.com.
Ways for people to get the stuff
We'll
from you
also
online,
take special requests. If there's a game that you haven't been able to find, you can send us an email at orders at pinkgodzillagames.com, and we'll do our best to try to track it down for you.
Totally different
whether
world
it's
in
a
2007.
Japanese game or a rare American.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. You can see.
Look at all these Saturn games.
Yeah, look at all
the
this
question.
Saturn
How
Just
did
hanging
you even
Saturn
start
games.
a business like this?
There's another owner, the Pink Godzilla named Greg.
Yeah,
we both met in Japan about 10 years ago, and we both speak fluent Japanese.
I saw
both
a
lived in
boxed
Japan.
copy of Pokemon
Both
Leaf
love video
Green for,
games.
like,
We wanted to do
$25
something that
on
could
the wall.
kind of bring our love of video games and our love of Japanese culture and language together. And so we decided, hey, why don't we try to open up one of those Akihabara type video game stores in Seattle? That's pretty much how the idea started, and it just kind of blossomed from.
There you go. Okay. So you'll notice all these NES games are upside down, right? So that was one of the things I was quick to try to adjust. And at first it made so much sense to have them upside down like this, because as you can see, if you take an NES cartridge, right? You take two NES cartridges and you hang them on a wall. They have to be about this spread out.
Can they see you? Or
Yeah.
They can see you
Yes.
and that? Okay, cool.
So you take them, and they're about this far spread out. Here, I can make us bigger, though. Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so when we had one store, and again, I want to say this again. This is 2007. We're the only fucking game store in the world. Not literally, but this is
One of the first.
This is a very different world. So that's why there's this many NES games.
They're stacked on top of each
Those
other.
are all
You
NES
can't
games.
see anything.
You can't. It's not browsable. It's not.
I
even
remember when I started here, we would have so it would be games like this close together, and they'd be upside down like this, so you can sort of see the spine.
It was impossible.
But then
to
also
browse.
there would be two, so it'd be two games on top of two games. It was so hard to see, but it was really fun to just scoop through and
do
look.
this.
Yeah, and look at every single game. It was awesome. But now, it's a totally different world with how popular it's gotten. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, people were just getting rid of this stuff en masse back then because there was no other market for it. There was one retro game store in town, and there weren't tons of buyers. So, again, this is 2007. This is 13 years ago. I know 2000... To me, 2007 still seems like not that long ago, but... That's 13 years
That's
ago.
what happens when you get old.
Yeah. So, yeah, times in the retro game market have changed a lot. What's really funny about this, though, is that a lot of those NES prices, everything else has changed, radically. But a lot of those, just kind of common-ish NES games, about the same price, which is kind of fascinating to me. 13 years, they're still similar.
Okay. Yeah. I noticed Excite Bike, $10. I think that's about what it is now.
Yeah.
Level 5.
Kung Fu, I think it's still 9.
Dr. Mario was 15. Now it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Where was I? Oh, there it is. Okay. Here we go.
Taking off.
Sorry, we're almost done.
You
with this
pretty
video.
much
We
nailed it
interrupted
right down to the cellophane
Yeah.
packing. We're very impressed.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we have a lot of fun at Pink Godzilla.
$8 for.
So your website is
Dragon Warriors,
pinkgodzilla.com.
same
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
PinkGodzillaGames.com.
Just making sure. All right. Well, thank you very much. We wish you continued success, and I think we're probably going to go shopping right now. So we'll hit the floor in a second, but we got to buy some stuff.
Cool. Good
Cool.
video. Good
Yeah.
video. So,
So
that's the old owner.
We're gonna be calling him in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's hopefully gonna tell us some cool stuff from the beginnings of the Pink Godzilla days.
Yeah.
By the time probably by the time you worked here, he was like literally never in the store, right?
No, never. I would only see him at conventions, and that's
Yeah.
kind of how it continued with you.
In the beginning, he would occasionally like stop in, like maybe once a week, but it was very random and very rare.
So he actually, you saw him a lot more because you
I saw him
ran
all the time. Yeah,
the West Seattle store, which was literally under his house.
Yeah.
What was Diaz Koopa with the long hair and glasses? Wait, what?
Huh? No. No one. Neither of us are in that video. In
No, that's
2007.
way before.
Neither of us
we've ever been to
live
Seattle,
in
yeah.
Seattle in 2007. Cody worked at Pink Gorilla first. He got hired in what would be late 2010 maybe.
I guess, yeah.
I was hired in 2012.
I got hired in 2010 right after Emerald City Comic Con. So they had me, or no. Emerald City Comic Con, they had me work and volunteer. And they told me after the fact, they were like, okay, hire that guy, but not until after he volunteers with us for SakuraCon, because then he can work for free longer.
Then we don't have to pay him.
Yeah, so I got hired like right after SakuraCon, so like middle of 2010. Yeah, so by now, sort of.
Yeah,
this
sounds
is
like
my
it.
10th
10 years.
anniversary.
And I've been with the store for 8. I feel like there was something I was trying to say, but I completely forgot. Why did it... So we were just saying, by that point, by 2010 even, he was really, really involved in the first, 5 years or so. Maybe, 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, he had... I guess we'll ask him. I don't know when he started his other job that paid way more than running a game store.
I had heard it was right away. Yeah, we'll ask him. Thanks for the sub, by the way, Migjims and Cactus.
It's a lot of cactus.
Yeah. Have you pulled that move on volunteer? No.
No, I haven't done that. But I do remember after my first convention, I didn't have to volunteer when I was hired because I was just that good. See, I didn't need to prove myself.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, she pulled the ultimate douchebag move.
I was the worst.
She gets hired and Pablo's like, hey, so our closeout dates, you have to be here, are the conventions.
Yeah.
And Kelsey's like, okay. And then first time a convention comes up, Kelsey's like, I really need to go see my mom.
No, it was PAX. It was after 2
That's
conventions.
the biggest convention it is!
I'm aware.
That's the biggest it can be!
I was in college. My mother literally would not let me return. It was... I protested a ton. Mm-hmm. I literally was not allowed to return. I would have had to buy my own plane ticket and just, leave the house.
Why did the old owners...
I still did work that PAX, by the way. I just worked...
I remember you showing up to the show with your luggage.
Yeah. Yeah, I got off the plane and I just didn't... I wasn't there for, setup and stuff. But, I mean, I still worked that convention. I just... Yeah. Anyways.
So why did the old owner sell you the store? We'll ask him. I have theories, but...
Yeah.
I mean, I can say this for sure. He said he just is too old for it.
Yeah.
Too busy.
What he told us was he was just kind of done with it. Yeah. He still owns another type of store.
Yeah. Yeah. And
so,
he has another job and owns another store.
Yeah.
So he's a really busy guy.
There's 4 owners of that store, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of weird.
So I don't know how much involvement he really has. But
Yeah.
I forgot he still has all the Bellevue stuff.
That's what I was going to ask him, is if we could, that's a long shot, and I feel like that's something you would protest.
He might have merch.
I would say, hey, can we come on over right now and come get your stuff? I got money.
I don't know about that.
I got money, not that you need it at all, but
I don't think
it's
he
not
wants.
a very good
I don't think he
encouragement.
wants people to know where he lives and stuff.
Well, I know how to not show that, but yeah. Anyway, I'm sure that will not happen. But I really, every time I talk to him, I'm like, I'll take that stuff out of your garage, please.
But it's funny, I forget that, he was so crazy into video games because I never knew him as that. Mm-hmm. He was already so distanced by the time that I took over that when I see these videos and he's like, oh yeah, Mushihime-sama, Summer Carnival 93, I'm like, oh, you know your shit!
Of course.
Of course he does, but, I just forget about it.
Can we hear his take on the tale of Darth Bellevue?
What's Darth Bellevue the Wise?
Darth Bellevue the Wise. It's like one of those Phantom Menace memes. Yeah.
Oh.
You ever watch Phantom Menace?
Okay, yes, but I thought there was maybe like a customer you
So
named
Emperor
that or something.
Palpatine is talking to young Anakin.
Yeah.
He's like, "Have you ever heard of Darth Bellevue
No,
the Wise?"
yeah.
And Anakin's like, "No, what's that?"
Okay.
Anywho.
I didn't. Okay, I got it.
So, what were we saying? Let's watch another video, and then
Okay.
by the time that's over, I think we will have a call-in guest.
Yeah.
How special! Kelsey says not to give one of these away.
We can give one away.
One?
We have so few left, dude.
I know, we have
really
like
want to keep
10
them.
left.
I don't even think we have 10. I think we have like 6.
I just literally looked at them.
Okay.
Does anyone have one of these already?
There's one of these
Long-time
on eBay
viewers
right now
probably
for-
already have this. I
Yeah.
imagine Base P has one. I bet you Neo Mecha probably has one, even though he's asking for one. I'm sure. I know Clearlight probably has like 3. Anyhow. Alright, let's pull up another video.
What's the oldest item we're not able to sell? Dinosaurs. Not able to sell dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's illegal. Like all the bones have to go into museums. So we found
Really?
a fossil. Yeah, like you can't just go
Oh,
sell
you're
it in
just-
a pawn shop. So like when we were digging up we renovated when first order of business when we took over was to move the International District store across the hall. Of course, I pulled up the carpet, found a T-Rex skull, and I was not able to sell it. So it's just sitting in the back right now until the laws change. Kelsey and I have been protesting, but yeah, they suck. I like on the right side, so they have. So you'll see those TVs. So I'll show you this. Hold on.
Clip is loud.
Clip is loud. Okay, hold on. I'll turn it down. We're gonna get all sorts of different volume levels on this.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's switch back to that really quick. So check that out. So that thing you saw on the right
guys.
side. So way back in the day, they used to use wood to construct the PAX booths. Since then, we started using metal and zip ties and stuff.
Yeah, they used to
But-
like build it, like hardware, drilling stuff.
Like
in.
basically these
Yeah.
pieces here with the wire on them and everything. They would take them, screw them together, pull them apart and whatnot. Well, all the way at the front of the store, that piece that I just pointed out still lives. Here it is. And basically what this thing was, here, hold on. They had televisions mounted up on this. You can see the holes where they went. And then through here, in the back there was a console, and then through here was a controller. And they would have tournaments going on right here. We covered up it with a sign, but it said Pink Godzilla right there in some cool spray
Actually,
paint.
we covered it up with an old Pink Godzilla poster that we also had to Sharpie out the website
Yeah,
name on.
it literally said Pink Godzilla. They had to Sharpie it out for like 500 posters or something like
So
that.
when I joined, we still had like thousands of that poster, and they hadn't gone through and Sharpied all of them still. And this is a couple years after the name change. So like every once in a while, I would pull one down for a customer. We gave them out all the time, and they were, I think, just like $5 otherwise. But occasionally, I would pull one down, and it would still say Pink Godzilla, and I'd have to Sharpie it out.
Oh, that guy's wearing a shirt. Oh, he probably works with us.
Yes.
So this is PAX in 06?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Wow, it
And
looks
it-
so much smaller.
Oh, it's
Like,
tiny.
It even looks... Okay, so even the higher level of PAX, the 6th floor where, like, the smaller booths are, look more set up than this. See, look.
Well, this is only year 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
really,
this is
really
literally the second year of PAX.
Damn, that's a cool looking booth.
Yeah. We're not doing hardware booths again.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I can see the gears turning in your head.
I
No.
know. I want
No.
to have the TVs mounted like that, man. That looks like me, like a skinny, like old me.
You were extremely skinny. I've got some old Cody photos. The video quality makes it look like the 80s.
Yeah.
No, look at how
Whoa,
that
look at
guy's.
that guy.
Look at how that guy's dressed. That's not the 80s. That's the 2000s. All right.
Elijah's awesome Nintendo tattoos. What do you got, Elijah?
Just check out Elijah's awesome Nintendo.
Extra
tattoo.
5 seconds on this transition. Damn.
Well, this was just like that generic.
Damn, that is
Windows
pretty
Movie
awesome,
Maker?
actually.
That thing that was on every PC that we all used to make videos back in the mid 2000s.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, it's a really nice tattoo.
What? Oh my god, this is amazing.
Those people are way too close to each other. It's weird how all of our perception has changed now. We can't like watch old crowds, like videos of crowds anymore.
Oh, Game & Watch at the
Game & Watch is
bottom,
cool.
nice. Except that's the part everyone's gonna see. I put that at the top. That's sweet though.
It looks expensive. Yeah, it sure does.
My friend got like his whole back turned into a dragon. I think he said it was like a couple, like
Jeez.
4,000 or 5,000.
This is like half the video is just this guy's tattoos.
There's one of those Mario statues. So that's like the pairing. There was the Pikachu, the Mario, and then the Fox statue.
Yeah, Orbit's right. Some of that fabric in the background still exists. In fact, I think most of the fabric in our store is 15 years old.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I bought some like a couple years ago.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's some like relatively recent fabric, but most
Well,
of it
I've
is.
cleaned it a couple times.
Oh, I know, but yeah, it's funny that it's 15-year-old fabric.
Yeah.
This is people playing the dev kit game in the card room, which they did for many, many years. And I think there were usually like contests and you'd win prizes and stuff.
So this game, in case you didn't hear in the last video, is about inventing your own video game. So you have items in there like game engine and item and power up. And
Cody, have you ever
character.
played this before?
I have not. Have you?
Literally once.
Oh, okay. I still have not played it. One of my memories that was from SRGE. This is the worst day ever, right?
Which SRG? Is it the one that was like good? That was here?
It was no. Well, I thought it was pretty good, but it wasn't here.
Okay.
So I went to SRGE, and apparently I was supposed to be working that day, but so I just didn't open the store.
Oh, was this that we were there together, right?
I don't remember you there. I was supposed to be working that day, and I had no idea. And I just get a call up randomly, like, "Hey, people say there's no one at the store." I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I shot like an $80 lift over there or something. And but I remember just before finding out that I was supposed to be at work, I had gotten chewed out by Rob because somebody had dropped off one of these, and also somebody had dropped off flyers for the store. Not me, but he thought I was like a spy in there, like promoting the store or something.
Wait, Rob was mad?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Rob?
Because Rob organized SRG.
Okay, I guess he no longer worked at the store, but he worked at the store for a long time.
Well, yeah, but still, they want,
Yeah.
for that or whatever. So I don't know, that looked pretty cool. Oh, this is the one that you say one of our employees is in.
Yeah, this is a really bad actual video, but in the, you can hear just in the, like, I think it's in the first, 30 seconds or so, you hear them call out, I haven't even told him yet, you can hear them call out the name of a guy who now works for us, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, listen for Shaka. Listen, you guys
Yeah.
have heard me say that name before. Listen for Shaka. Hold on.
And I can sort of hear his voice in the background, and also he's a big fighting game fan, so it's
He's
all
really
very
into
believable.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how.
Oh yeah, sorry. SRGE is Seattle Retro Gaming Expo.
My bad. Oh boy, that's.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
It's a
they
terrible
made it,
video.
They made it like a whole rave-looking thing.
yeah.
It's
I
so
have
dark.
some photos of Pablo and Nathan building the stage too.
Really cool.
Yeah. Man, they ruined it. With
How?
it was all nice and black. I didn't realize it was ever just black for a while. Hey there.
That's Shaka X.
Yeah,
That's him.
That's him. What?
No way.
Anyways, this is a terrible video, so don't watch it past this. 'Cause it's just a video camera pointed at a screen.
Oh really? Okay.
Um.
We'll cancel this video. All right. Joke's on you.
Oh,
Vicky.
this is great.
Okay, good. You got a
Um,
great video. Now.
Yeah.
Do I need audio?
I forget.
Okay.
I don't think I watched it with audio, so I have no idea.
Here we go. Joke's on you, Behemoth.
Suck it. So we were booth mates with Behemoth. As you can see the pink Godzilla tower behind this. Behemoth responded to me on Twitter, by the way.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Got him. At this time.
Again, 2008, Castle Crashers wasn't even out yet. This is old Behemoth.
We got it over there. Nice.
Owners of Godzilla weren't suing people, no.
Oh no, just cease and desist. They
Yeah.
just said, "Hey, stop it, or we
Yeah.
will sue you." Dude, they really like.
Yeah.
You can see our mountain of those are pink Godzilla plushies. I don't know if you brought one. Yeah, those are Godzilla plushies. This one right here.
This is an old mascot of ours, Jumpman. I don't know who that is around.
Well, it's like...
I assume so, but I don't know. So yeah, they were all friends. This is everyone enjoying dinner. Oh, I should look for. I was looking through. So this year, right after they did the toilet papering, they went out for dinner and karaoke with the Behemoth people, and because they were all friends back at that time. And for the people, those of you in the chat that are familiar with the Video Game History Foundation that I work for and stuff, I was looking through photos of that night, and there's just randomly a picture of Frank singing karaoke, which is the guy I work with now. So it's very random. He just happens to be a friend, I guess.
Just like a walk through the store. Damn, that looks. Jeez, what was this filmed on? Hey, is that Leslie? No, that's Violet.
I think that's Violet. Yeah. This is old.
Oh wow.
Old.
Look at all the import games. Oh man, that thing is so packed.
Yeah.
Oh my god! That's a lot of fucking games!
Oh, Phil's here, okay.
What?
Nothing.
Oh my god! Dude! What the fuck? How?
I know!
How?
I know! It doesn't look good.
It doesn't, but look at that!
Yeah,
That's
it's
each
crazy.
one of those white lines that you see, you can barely see it. It's a mismatch
Yeah.
of pixels. It's a game, dude.
Yeah. Again, very different world. And, what, is this 2007? 2006?
Yeah,
Something like that?
I don't know. Wow. Dude, that's insane. I think those are all... it's so hard to tell. The video's so terrible. But...
Well, I have a photo that's that, and I can tell a little bit better in the photo. Let's see.
And I remember
This is Tom.
And that was like...
I'll be right
a
back.
bunch of it was like PC Engine stuff. I remember when I started here, we had like a dedicated PC Engine section.
How'd you two meet? We met here at work. And we didn't really like each other very much at first.
No, Kelsey was lazy.
I was not.
You did not show up to PAX, and that was very upsetting.
I understand that, and I did show up to PAX.
And
but
we caught you fucking around on Facebook.
only
while
after
we were at
I had
Emerald
done
City.
like a crazy amount of shit in the store.
No, we were
I
at
did-
Emerald City, and you were messing around on
Alright.
Facebook, and we
Alright.
totally busted your ass.
So,
Someone asked what we did for the 10-year anniversary, so I'm walking over here. We rented out a bar and had like a big trivia contest and stuff.
yeah, it's cool. And live music.
Yeah.
I really do want to clarify, though, that I mean, I was certainly shittier at 19 than I am now, but I've always been a hard worker. I would always make like
Ooh la la.
100 times cleaner than anyone else.
Oh baby.
What are you looking at?
The pink gorilla waifus. What are you talking about? How are you not looking?
There is that photo
What are you
of
like,
me with
guys?
a bunch of leather.
Hot Notorious. Thank you for the sub.
Guys, I think it's time to call.
All right, we have our first special guest, everybody.
Alright. You got some questions lined up? We'll probably open it
kind
up to chat a little bit too, although I will be moderating, so if you guys ask stupid or offensive questions, I'm not going to ask him.
Oh, and I'm turning off text-to-speech.
Okay.
Happy 15 year
All right, off we
Alright.
go. Gaming Lachuga, thanks for the 15 months. You got any switches? Nope. Kujira, he's called. That's right.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going, Nathan?
Hey, Nathan.
Hey, not too bad. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
You sound great.
You're just on
Okay,
speakerphone,
good.
so hopefully you can hear us and understand us pretty
Can
well.
you guys hear okay? Hello, everyone live. So, Nathan, we had a couple questions for you and thought hopefully you could maybe enlighten us with some funny stories from the history. I don't know how much Kelsey told you. We're live streaming. There's 1,600-ish people watching, interested in the history of Pink Gorilla. Some stuff that we don't really know. That maybe you could fill us in on the early days. I never know how to answer these people.
Also,
sometimes.
can you believe it's been 15 years?
Yeah, first.
Let's see, so 15 years, so I guess I was 29 when get started then.
Yeah, I was just, we found a video of you on GameSpot, and I realized that in that video you were exactly the same age that Cody is now. It's 2007, you would have been 31, Cody's now 31, so...
So was that an interview at one of the first PAXs?
Yeah, PAX 2007, so I think that's PAX 2 or 3.
It's hilarious you going through the rare case and being like, here's Panzer Dragoon sealed for 500. Now it's 12. It's the most ridiculous stuff in there.
$1,200 now?
Yeah. No, the crazier one was a KO Flying Squadron. I think you guys had for roughly $100. We just sold one for like $1,500.
Yeah, $1,400.
Yeah.
Damn it! Just held on there.
Yeah, you shouldn't have ever even opened a store. Just hold on to all this shit.
Nice. Well, I did hold on to some stuff. I do have a pretty good game collection going on in the house.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's impressive. Display cases, lights, and all. It looks good. Very Tron themed, as you would expect. So,
speaking of which, I'm actually about to commence a remodel of the downstairs of my house to turn it into Flynn's Arcade.
Ooh!
That's sick.
That's awesome.
Jeez.
So, just because I'm not directly involved with Pink Godzilla / Gorilla anymore doesn't mean I have in any way, shape, or form lost my love of video games.
Well, and
modern and retro.
You've got the cool Pink Godzilla neon in your house, right?
Oh, I know. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
We were looking at getting one made, and it was like, oh yeah, that'll be a couple thousand. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yep. No, I've got the original neon sign sitting prominently in the game room.
So, so you do love games, but I guess you're sort of not really involved with us anymore. A lot of people were asking me leading up to this was, why did you decide to sell?
A couple of reasons. One, I do have a full-time law practice. I'm a partner at a relatively large law firm in downtown Seattle, so once I moved up to partner status, it became a little difficult to manage both a full-time legal practice and running a game store. So one was time issues, and the other was just figured it was time to pass the baton. It's kind of running and operating a game store. I think I just felt it was better left to another generation, and Cody and Kelsey were very enthusiastic, and they seemed like excellent candidates to pick up the baton and continue it forward.
Oh.
What year was this sale?
The confluence of those factors just decided it was time to move on.
Yeah, that was 3.5 years ago. How have you been since? Is it a lot less stressful now? Because I know I remember us, you probably got an email from each one of us probably daily asking you something.
Yeah.
More than one email.
Yeah.
When we had 4 stores, it was at least 4 emails.
Yeah.
At one point there was 4 stores before Bellevue closed due to, first I guess it was West Seattle because I owned that building and then I sold that building. So part of selling that building is just closing that store. And then Bellevue, Bellevue's getting redeveloped and torn down and being replaced by bigger, taller buildings, so it just didn't make sense to continue that location. Sorry, what was the question?
Life's been a lot less stressful since not getting... I saw your phone. It's ridiculous. I thought Kelsey's phone's ridiculous. I think I remember seeing yours, and it looked like your mail app had something like 20,000 unread emails. I'm like, geez.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, you're beating me.
Could be closer to 30 or 40,000 at this point.
Yeah.
I think mine's at like 6,000, and Cody just can't even look at me.
I love that
I have a question for you. I have 2 questions for you that are 2 things that I just learned about while going through the old Pink Godzilla blog on the Internet Archive last night. So the first one is that I didn't know Fox had been stolen before. I thought when he got stolen from West Seattle, that was the first time that happened.
Twice.
But it sounds like he got stolen in, I can't remember what year that would have been, 2007, 2008, something like that.
Yep, Fox getting stolen was kind of a recurring issue, which I think is why he's now chained to the wall
Yes.
of the UD store.
We did chain him to the wall now.
So it could no longer be stolen. But, no, so we originally got Fox from Nintendo.
From a
direct-
garage sale?
Just straight up?
Yeah, so Nintendo each year used to do these garage sales where they would sell video games and different memorabilia and merchandise first to employees and then to contract employees after the employees made their purchases. And I had a bunch of friends working at Nintendo, and they let me know that Fox was up for sale. So I asked them to bid on it for me, and I think I got him for $60.
Oh my god.
So he was stolen. I think he was stolen originally from the International District store,
Yeah.
the original location, and he was ultimately found in a field, just abandoned out in some field, and by some
Khakis
passerby
here
who I
today?
guess
Cool.
was a fan of the store and knew he had been stolen, and he contacted us and said, "Hey, I just found your Fox out in the playfield," and apparently it looked like somebody had tied a chain to Fox and was just dragging him behind the bicycle through the roads and through the field.
Is
which
that where his
why
damage
all the
comes
paint- Yeah, that's why all the paint got scratched up and scratched
Oh.
up.
I had no idea. Because, yeah, in those original photos, those really early Pink Godzilla photos, he looks pristine. He
I'm
looks
surprised
great.
he's still not even really that bad considering maybe
Yeah,
being
he
Pretty
dragged.
sun-faded.
He was,
Well, sun faded, yeah,
He
but I'm
was-
saying dragged, yeah. It's not so
Yeah,
bad.
he was pristine when we got him because he was just sitting out in front of the Nintendo employee store. So it was a pretty immaculate condition. So while we were happy to get him back, it was sad that he got banged up so badly on his little adventure. I think there's probably some, if you look through the blog, there's probably some fake story
Yeah,
that
there's
we
a-
made up about his adventures
Oh, yeah.
in the store.
Maybe I'll pull that up later. There is a great long adventure about him, like, going to the Mushroom Kingdom and some other fun stuff.
Yeah.
So, similar, well, I guess not that similar, but another thing I found on the blog, and also in a video, you guys were trying to make a video game, a Flash game, at one point.
Oh, yeah. Did
What
that
happened to
ever
that?
Finish up?
Yeah.
Hello?
Are you there?
Uh-oh.
We lost him.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
Sorry, I hit the mute
Oh,
button.
no
okay.
worries, no worries.
I could hear you, but I couldn't figure out why you weren't hearing me. So no, there was a Flash game in development way, way long ago, and it was Corey Lewis was doing the artwork for it. Comic book maker Corey Lewis, and this was an offshoot of the Pink Godzilla Dev Kit card game. And so I think what had happened is I think it was at one of the PAXs.
Yeah, you guys did a PAX competition for a dev kit, and the winner got to help design the
Yep.
Flash game.
So, yeah, that's what it was. We did a big tournament at a PAX, and I think we had a few hundred people that participated in the tournament.
Wow.
And then it was one of the PAX enforcers that ultimately ended up winning, and then he got to sit in on the storyboard and concept meetings, and we had the whole game storyboarded, and Corey Lewis had sketched it out, but and then we had some developers lined up who were volunteering to make it, but what happens with volunteers is when they're not getting paid is sometimes they get distracted by other things and they move on to other projects. So
it never got done.
Yeah, it never. I think there was some very early concepts
Okay.
somewhere that never really went anywhere. But there is also floating around somewhere that did get made is kind of by a PG fan. I think it was a close friend of Gabe and Aaron's. I can't blank on his name right now, but he did a Flash kind of commercial for the dev kit, which was pretty cool and really well done with the high production values that
Atomic,
you might
maybe?
be able to find somewhere.
That sounds right.
Yeah, Atomic does that kind of thing, I think.
No, it wasn't Atomic.
Okay.
I think his name was James.
All right, so I get asked this constantly because I stream nightly and I take questions from people live from the store, and people always assume I'm the one who started this, and I always have to tell them I don't know the answer to a lot of these questions. But people will tell me, what was the biggest struggle in first starting the store, and what's the hardest part about first starting the store, things like that.
So biggest struggle first starting the store was obtaining inventory.
That's still the biggest struggle today, huh?
It
Things never change.
It really didn't. It didn't look like a struggle because looking at old
Today
videos.
is different from what the struggle was back then. So the struggle today is that there's a lot more competition for inventory because there's a lot more retro gaming stores, both brick and mortar and online, including eBay stores and whatnot, which didn't really exist back then. So the whole concept for Pink Godzilla came from when I was living in Japan, and I'd go to the retro gaming stores that were all over Japan that were carrying the PC Engine and Famicom and Mega Drive, Sega Master System games and whatnot. Are you still there?
Yep.
Oh, that was weird. So the concept was to take that store concept from Japan and then introduce it into the U.S., where I hadn't really seen anything like that in the U.S. They're all over Akihabara or Denden Town in Osaka, but there really hadn't been anything like that in the U.S. that I had ever seen anyway. And so came up with the concept for the classic and import gaming store because, for one, having lived in Japan and grown up playing a lot of import games, there wasn't really a good source for that in Seattle, so I just decided to create my own source for it in order to support my own retro and import gaming habits.
I still hear from like journalists and stuff all the time, like, "Oh, I bought my copy of Owendon from you guys back."
Constantly,
yeah, we used to sell Owendon by the cases back
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
So that's where the concept came from. It just basically borrowing the idea from the Japanese gaming stores and then bringing that to the U.S. And that's where even the idea of kind of hanging the games in those bags with the zip ties and chicken wire, that came straight from how game stores in Japan were displaying their games. And so all those details and concepts came straight from Japan.
And back then, like getting stuff imported from Japan, I mean, there wasn't like a nice, easy way to use something like Yahoo Auctions. It was probably a lot more difficult to import back then.
We would do 2 buying trips to Japan a year. So basically, we'd go to Japan and
How do us do that?
and we would go to a classic gaming store, and we would just grab everything that we could, just massive amounts of stuff. And then once we had just a massive amount of stuff, then we would try to negotiate them down on the price.
Were they very open to that? I haven't heard of them.
Some stores were. There was one funny story and that was kind of, there was another co-founder to Pink Godzilla, and that was Greg, and that was kind of, Greg liked to negotiate. He was a big negotiator. He loved haggling. Not really anything I ever enjoyed doing. But
I'm surprised that's not the lawyer's job.
I enjoyed more of the creative aspects, but he enjoyed the haggling, and so that was his kind of preferred method of haggling on the price. Is kind of you grab everything in bulk, and then you try to get them to cut down on their margins, knowing that they're going to sell so much stuff. Well, I tried to do that one time in Teramachi in Kyoto, and the guy just flipped out, started screaming and yelling at us, and how much he hates foreigners coming into a store and trying to haggle on prices, and he basically kicked us out and wouldn't sell anything to us.
Man.
So, but on the flip side, usually it worked out really well, because in Japan they're all about moving product as quickly as possible too. And they were in most places were more than happy to unload just tons and tons of stuff on us. And so we became good friends with like the Super Potato guys, for example. And after multiple trips, meeting up with the Super Potato guys in Akihabara, then they trusted us enough that they just started shipping stuff directly to us. We would just send them an Excel spreadsheet of everything that we wanted, and then we had agreed on price discounts, and then so we'd send them off the spreadsheet. They'd let us know what they had in stock, and then they'd send it to us. And then that's where we would get our cases and cases of Owendan, for example, back when we would order 5 or 6 cases at a time.
I'm curious, like, when you guys started the store, you and Greg, I understand that you were there for, like, how long were you there? I know you quickly kind of moved
Working
on.
in the stores is what he meant.
Yeah. I know you, obviously you...
So in the beginning, all the time. So basically, because I think in the beginning we had crazy long hours. I think we were open till, like, 11 p.m. or midnight in the early days.
Wow.
And so we...
Gotta get that Rhythm Tengoku fix.
We had somebody that would man the store during normal business hours. Greg also had a full-time job as a civil engineer. No, I think he's a structural engineer, actually. But so when I would get off work, I'd head over to the store, and then when he'd get off, he'd head over. And then we were typically there running the store until probably 11 or midnight, and then we might continue hanging out in the store, especially after that back office got built a couple years after the store opened. We'd be back there hanging out, playing Halo 3 or some other video games back there till 1 or 2 in the morning before heading home. And then be there all day on the weekends. So the weekdays, I was typically there from 6 p.m. till about 2 a.m.
It's funny, there's some parallels here, since you're so late now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to hear you guys were open till 11, and that really, I think makes my next question pretty easy. Somebody named Coconut Cream Pie asks, got any horror stories involving customers back in the day? And while you think about it, I'll just tell you like a more recent one that I had. Was a guy who came into the store asking for games who don't exist. I'm sure you're used to this. You know, someone who asked for like Mario on the Xbox or Metal Gear on the Leapfrog. And then the guy comes in, and, you know, after eventually I ask him to leave, you know, he's got no shirt on, he's sweating, he's asking for all this crazy stuff. He starts attempting to fight me. And as he comes closer to me, he drops out a half-drinking bottle of vodka onto the floor. And that just, you know, kind of kept elevating, so on and so forth. So did you guys get any really crazy horror stories with customers, you know, going all the way till 11 p.m. in the International District?
Well, yeah, especially the International District being open that late, especially back then when it was quite a bit sketchier than it is now in that area. So, I mean, we had stuff from... Well, in the early days, we used to have gaming stations set up that people could come in, and I think we had 3 flat-screen TVs set up with different consoles that we would swap out that people could just come in and play, but then people in the neighborhood would start dropping their kids off in the store and leaving them there for hours, expecting us to babysit them. So we quickly removed all those consoles because back then, I think it was only a 200 50 square foot store, so when you have a bunch of kids that were forced to babysit in there, it doesn't leave much room for customers. But then the most oddball is one time a guy came in, was either deaf, I'll say he was probably on some sort of a drug, and because he walked in and in his hands he just had, or his hands were cupped together and filled with used cigarette butts, and he walked in and he just lays them all out on the counter as if they were money or something that he was
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What can I get for this?
He was going to be buying the games with these used cigarette butts that he had clearly picked up off the street.
Well, see, he's trading them in.
He's trading in the cigarette butts. And he just had the nastiest snot dripping from both nostrils, like down to his chin. And if you recall the original store, if someone walked in, there wasn't much room between you and that person, so which made for a very uncomfortable situation. They ended up having to chase them out, and the police came and handled it. But and I think before the store even opened, we had an incident where somebody kept coming by and was really friendly and seemed like a nice person. They were really excited about the whole store, and so they would come in and they were helping us sticker the initial inventory and everything. He just seemed like a friendly person, and then we noticed that they were sticking games in their pocket. So we locked the store because the store was the type of door that you needed a key, and so we basically just locked him in the store and called the police. And he had to empty out his pockets, and he was escorted away. But
well, that used to work.
Yeah, I can't believe that works. We've had similar stories where the police said, "Oh, nothing we can do."
He says he doesn't have anything in his pockets. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember stuff like that too, where you can see the bulge in his pocket, and then he's like, "No, I don't have anything."
Let's see here. I think I know the answer to this, but somebody asked, "What is something you wanted to do with the store but never got to do?" And I was remembering, setting up the Bellevue store, and you'd always envisioned, you love Tron, you'd always envisioned like a Finn's Arcade style thing going on, like lights everywhere, certain like kind of motif to everything.
Yeah, which is kind of what Ground Control ultimately did before they opened up their new location.
Yeah.
And then we also had a concept for kind of not so much as an arcade like Ground Control in Portland, but more like, and I think there's actually a bar like this in Vegas, which I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's at the MGM. Me and my friends went there recently.
Yeah, basically every table would have like a TV with classic console that you could just ask to play whatever games, and playing the games would be free while you're sitting at your table, drinking your drinks, eating your food. And then the bar would basically be glass with monitors underneath, and you could ask the bartender to hook up a console for you and play. So that was a concept that we're playing around with, and almost pulled the trigger on, but ended up the location that I had identified ended up getting swooped up by someone else, and so that kind of killed that idea.
Is that the level up thing that was happening around the time I was hired? Okay.
Yep. That would be it.
Also, so many people ask about the details on the name change, and Kelsey and I started way after it was. We have no attachment to the old name, and we still.
I'm wearing a pink Godzilla shirt right now.
Still to this day, we'll get people who say, "You'll always be Pink Godzilla to me." I'm like, at this point,
buy a pin.
At this point, I think the store's been Pink Gorilla like 2 or 3 times longer than the other one, but
05 to 09.
But obviously, it made an impression on a lot of people. How did that all go down exactly?
Just for those folks out there that share that sentiment, I'll just let you know that it'll always be Pink Godzilla to me as well. that was the one I came up with the name and the concept and the kind of the character design. So the name originated from an arcade that I used to go to in Kyoto called Pink Gojira. It had this really horrific, cheesy neon sign of this kind of Barney-looking Godzilla character. And so I had gone to that arcade when I lived in Japan, and I was back from Japan, and we were trying to come up with a name for the store, and all I kept thinking of was Pink Godzilla from that arcade. And I was like, man, I only went to that arcade like 2 or 3 times, but that name is just stuck in my head, so it must be a really good name. So I was just looking for something that would be kind of out of the ordinary and memorable and something that people would not forget. So that's how I ended up landing on that as a name. And then as far as the logo design, the character himself, I was working with an artist named David Linder. He was a really, really good artist.
He knows the name. I've been trying to find that guy.
He lives in Japan now.
Oh, okay.
But he did all the artwork for the poster and all the different characters that are associated with the PG universe and the card game. He did, and many of the original T-shirt designs were done by him. So basically, what I told him, and somewhere I have sketches of all the different iterations of Pink Godzilla before we finalized the design. But what I told him is that take Kirby and combine Kirby with the baseball characters from Jikyo Power Pro Yaku.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I see that. Yeah. Okay.
And combine that with Bubble Bobble. So
100%
that is what that looks like, yeah.
So one thing that a lot of artists who try to recreate the Pinky G character as he became known is that they create legs between the feet and the body, but there actually are no legs. The feet just kind of free float like the Power Pro characters. Their feet just free float from their body.
Yeah, that's why that original plushie we have over there with the stumpy legs.
Oh, he's a no-go, yeah. He's got some thighs to him.
Yeah, the designers in China kept trying to add legs to him, and he kept trying to tell them, no, there's no legs.
The last time we had, so version 2 of the Pink Gorilla plushies that we made, they first gave him a tail.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
Where did you get a tail from?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a gorilla with a tail?
Yeah, those are the trials and tribulations of trying to get stuff manufactured in China. You can talk to anyone. I mean, what are those guys? The Behemoth guys who do Castle Crashers and Alien Hominid. They have all sorts of funny stories of trying to get their stuff manufactured in China.
We just showed the video of you guys TPing the Behemoth booth in 2008.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, so back then we had so Behemoth was one of the first vendors at PAX, just like we were one of the first vendors at PAX. So that's how we got to know them. And then as PAX grew, their booth grew, and our booth grew, and I think we shared a booth a couple times. But part of that is we would play pranks on each other, each PAX, and so I think that was the first prank. Was we found pink toilet paper online, and we bought cases of pink toilet paper, and after the hall had closed and they had left for the evening, we basically turned their booth into a pink TP mummy and just had it completely covered. Another year I think it was District 9 came out, and the cat food in District 9, we got cat food and we opened up cans and hid it all throughout their booth so that reeked like cat food.
What did they do to you guys?
You know what? I don't remember what they did back. All I remember was
Obviously it wasn't very good.
Sounds like you guys were hitting harder.
And then one year I made a paper mache alien hominid, full-size alien hominid out of paper mache.
Cool.
And then James Gibson
gasoline.
James Gibson was dressed as Star Bear, and who was kind of like a life-size Care Bear, our version of a life-size Care Bear. And we created a video of Star Bear basically murdering alien hominid at their booth, which we then ran on a video loop at our booth. So those are.
If you still have any of this, by the way, I'm sure people would love to see it. So if you have an old hard drive or something that's got some.
Yeah, there's got to be on the computers that you guys have.
Yeah, I know where a couple of the. I know where a couple of the
old
hard drives are.
yeah.
I already put the PAX 2007 DVD in the PS2, by the way, so we can.
Oh, okay. Nice.
We found a few things.
You should ask Rob, because Rob was back then. He was kind of the person who was always posting videos to YouTube and whatnot for us. So
Okay.
He might have that footage as well. So I want to check with him.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I saw his very old YouTube channel had a playlist that was called Pink Godzilla, but every video on it is deleted. So I don't know if he still has those somewhere or not, but
Yeah,
not on YouTube.
I would check with him. So actually, so now that you mentioned that, it gets back to your original question. So I guess the first part was where the name come from, and then the second part was why did it change? So it changed because the card game Pink Godzilla Dev Kit was starting to get a lot of momentum. I think it was 2005 that it was either 2005 or 2006 that released, and I think one publication named it top 5 tabletop game released that year. We went to the tabletop gaming convention in Essen, Germany, to showcase it there for a couple years. If anyone has ever been to the tabletop gaming convention in Essen, just imagine any of your PAXs or even San Diego Comic-Con times 10. And it's just almost exclusively tabletop games. It's insane. I mean, the convention halls are so big that everyone just drives their car right up to their booth to unload straight from their own personal cars into the booth. And there's just one of those convention halls after another. I think there was like 10 or 11 of those convention halls. So just massive tabletop gaming convention. And there we picked up distribution of the card game. I think it was through Alliance, I want to say. And once the card game started getting national distribution, it got on the radar of Toho, who owned the Godzilla properties, because they were trying to license their own card game.
I didn't know there was a competing card game.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they were trying to license their own card game, and the people they were trying to license it to were like, hey, there's this other card game called Pink Godzilla out there. What is this all about? And so Toho, and you can read all sorts of articles about them, how aggressive they are. Just anyone using the word Godzilla, Zilla, or any creature that kind of looks like a Godzilla.
I don't think this looks like a Godzilla.
Luckily.
It does not look like it, but it uses the word Godzilla.
Yes.
So they came in and threatened to sue, and being a lawyer, I knew how time-consuming, expensive, and difficult those types of lawsuits would be. I thought there was a good chance we would win, but the question is at what cost? Toho has unlimited resources, and they've used those other unlimited resources in other litigation against Mozilla, for example, which they lost.
Really?
Yeah, which they lost. So it's just basically a business decision. Do we want to fight over it, or do we just change the name? Ultimately, we just decided to change the name, and so we went through a bunch of different ideas, like Pink Kujira. So Kujira being Japanese for monster. We had Pink Gojima, which is just a nonsensical word that I just made up. We had see, what other ones do we have? Pink Gorilla, obviously. Then we had, I think we went through a bunch of different animals too. Pink Zebra, Pink, didn't do Pink Elephant because there's already the Pink Elephant car washes in Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
But we went through a bunch of different animals and then ended up, Gorilla kind of looked like, it sounded like Godzilla. And then the artist, Dave Linder, was able to kind of create a gorilla that looked, in a lot of respects, very similar to the Pink Godzilla, and that the fur on the back was kind of made spiky, kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog or Pink Godzilla. And then we had the tricky part was trying to figure out a way to incorporate the green. And there's lots of iterations with pink and green gorillas that did not look particularly good before we came up with the idea to add a banana to the logo and made the banana green.
Yeah, I remember even, this is many, many years later, but even when Enfu was doing all of the different iterations of them, and I remember there being pink and green versions of all of the animals, including the gorilla, and none of them looked good. Gorillas just don't look good pink and green. This just can't be done.
Yeah, there's some that look fine, others not so much.
Yeah.
It worked with the Pink Godzilla character because it was just a fictional character, but it was kind of jarring when you're looking at real life animals to have them pink and green.
A lot of people wanted me to ask whose idea or what was the thought process on the Pink Gorilla Thongs?
So that was my idea.
All right. I had a guy. This must have been 10 years ago or so that you guys had those, or maybe even more.
There were still some left when I joined.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I had a guy a couple months ago say, "Hey, my wife still has one."
Yeah. Well, that's exactly the reason why we did it. So
yeah.
The idea was, if any guys that are out there that have taken enough grief from wives or girlfriends for playing video games or going to a video game store and shopping in a video game store or dragging their wife and girlfriend who has no interest in video games at all into a video game store and watching their eyes glaze over, I just thought, you know what, if we offered something that was not video game themed, that was cute, and that the wife or girlfriend who was dragged into the store could look at it and would catch their interest, and that would keep the customer in the store longer because they weren't being dragged out, and it would likely result in repeat business because the girlfriend/wife might be more excited or willing to accompany the boyfriend or husband to the store if they knew that there was something that they could be shopping for themselves, or guilt their boyfriend or husband into buying something for them.
That's really, really smart, and we continue doing that, today. And obviously, you took the lead on this, but with all of the cute, keychains, all the cute stuff.
One of our best sellers is the those bubble tea keychains.
The ones with actual liquid in them. I don't know if you ever saw those. We've sold probably 1,000 of them.
Oh, God, more than that.
Yeah.
So it quickly took off. So it didn't actually start with Thongs. It started with, I think, first we started with T-shirts, then we moved to tank tops, and then we had yoga pants for a while that were really popular.
Never seen them.
And then we had kind of like a lightweight 3/4 length sleeve hoodie for girls.
That's
and then,
what I'm wearing right now.
And then this time I was doing the ordering of the clothing to have manufactured. I would get a catalog of things that they could print on, and I was flipping through the catalog one day and I saw the thongs and the boy shorts, and I thought, you know what, this could sell. So we did a limited run and they sold out right away, and then so they became a staple of the store after that.
Maybe we're going about our own coding. Maybe we need to reintroduce Pink Gorilla undergarments. Yeah. I would buy Pink Gorilla yoga pants, though. I like that.
You're also subliminally messing with the guy to just absolutely love our store. He's gonna associate that logo.
I don't know about that.
Never mind.
That's impressive that people still have pairs of those. I don't think I have underwear that's that old.
Well, that's what I was saying. It was kind of funny.
But we still had a couple of XLs left when I joined, which would have been 2012. So they lasted a while. I mean, they could only be 8 years old, I guess. But, do you have any final questions?
Yeah. Sorry to keep you so long. Thanks for answering all our questions. Who was better at Pikmin 3? Was it you or me? That was.
Boy, you really want to open up that can of worms, Cody?
Maybe not.
Who was better at Smash Brothers?
Let me tell you a Pikmin story. So Cody.
Oh shit!
Used
I
to,
know what he's
back
gonna
when
say.
so I used to live above the West Seattle store because I owned the building, and the building was retail on the bottom and a lift space on top. So Cody would be working in the store, and when Pikmin 3 came out, we would, after work, after he was done with his shift, he'd come upstairs and battle in Pikmin 3. Well, one day, he was particularly distracted while we were playing Pikmin 3, and he kept looking at his phone. I was like, what the hell is he so distracted about? And so I went downstairs to grab us some beers, and as I was coming back up, I was walking behind him past the couch, and he had like this giant, I don't know if you're blind or if you're like a Benjamin Button, an 80-year-old and a 30-year-old body, or what's going on, but you had the largest font on your phone, and right on the phone, I could see the text that you had been exchanging with Kelsey, and that was back when nobody knew you guys were dating. It was all hush-hush. And then, so that was when I first learned of your romantic involvement. And
I remember you telling me you got busted. He's like, the jig is up. Nathan knows.
And so that's my Pikmin 3 story, Cody.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But I will say that I'll give Kelsey credit for kicking my ass in Smash Brothers at the West Seattle store.
Yeah, you made me close down the store for a minute to fight you.
Yeah, it did not go well.
I recall it was best 2 out of 3, then best 3 out of 5.
Yep. Who were you back? Were you Pikachu?
No, that would have been Sheik, I think, back then. It might have been Kirby.
No, I would have been Sheik because that was like the only character I played.
Oh, okay. Then maybe it was Kirby. That was the first character I was ever good at, so maybe it was Kirby.
Yes, either Kirby or Pikachu. But yep, no, I remember that well. I remember my losses more than my victories. That's why I remember playing Pikmin 3 with you.
Yeah, you guys are pretty neck and neck with the Pikmin stuff. The other fun thing is that I'm a big Chargers fan. Nathan's a big Broncos fan. So we were mortal enemies for.
No one knows what that means.
No one knows what that means.
As gamers, we don't know.
You did
sports.
you did generously make me a custom Broncos themed Game Boy, which I do have displayed in my.
Yeah, Cody helped with that. He put LEDs in
it.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was hard to sit there and draw. And to paint the Broncos logo on a Game Boy.
I was gonna ask. I don't know. Any other thoughts about the store? Anything you've ever? I don't know. Wanted to tell us?
15-year takeaway.
Yeah. What's your takeaway? 15 years later?
Well, I'm just.
Because I remember,
glad that it's still continuing to survive and thrive, and I'm just hoping that you guys are able to make it through these crazy pandemic times.
Yeah, we're all right. It's annoying.
Hopefully one of the or you guys are left standing and you come back stronger than ever. My advice would be use this downtime to kind of do almost what you're asking me and come up with your own ideas of different things that you thought about implementing, but you guys were always so slammed and busy that you never had the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so use this opportunity to make lemonade out of lemons. And
yeah, would you believe the back room looks nice right now?
You know, I'll tell you how not busy we are. I bought another guy's store for the second time, and we are now, going through it. So That's
There you go.
Yeah, we've bought 3 stores now, Cody.
Yep.
There was a time when that back room was completely empty when we used to do raves at the Pink Gorilla location in U District.
That's true. Well, the store used to have a totally different layout. For those of you watching, you can imagine I think I have some photos I'll share later, but the counter was over on this side, and it was really, really long. And then we extended it over with like some tables and stuff. When I first got hired, you guys were just coming back, I think, from the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and it was just like tables and tables all the way to the front of the store of NES games that had been picked up at the show. So it was laid out a little different back then.
Yeah, no, that was well, yeah. What you'll see is over time things change and evolve, and you constantly have to be changing and evolving to compete. Like I said at the beginning, when we opened, there was nobody that was doing what we were doing, but now there's there's tons of others that have opened similar stores, kind of retro video game stores. They're all over the Seattle area, and I'm sure that's likely true even outside of Seattle, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. But I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, a lot of competition.
What are you playing right now?
Right now, playing a lot of Mario Kart on my iPhone.
What?
Oh, I haven't played
I forgot that exists.
Yeah, I still haven't played that.
All right.
Playing a ton of that. And then Katamari Damacy on Switch.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite games, and I was pumped that it came out for Switch because Switch is the perfect console for it. The original one I thought was always the best one, so I was glad that they remade the original for Switch. Let's see, what else? Oh, and then playing a lot of pinball, actually. So I have five pinball machines. The new Jurassic Park, which is a blast. I've got Theater of Magic. I've got Monster Bash. Deadpool, which is one of my favorites, and then Guardians of the Galaxy, and I have a Medieval Madness limited edition on its way.
Cool. I didn't know you had so many pinball machines.
Yep, and I've also got the Omegathon UFO catcher crane game.
Oh yeah, the one you stole from us.
Yeah, the one you sniped from us.
Yeah, well, I use it to display all my plushies, so it's the best way to
that
display all my video
is
game
a
themed
creative
plushies.
way to do it, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I actually never thought of that.
Let's put one in our game room, and I can.
No,
I'll just get more plushies.
Yeah, last time I talked to you,
people
you were
come
like,
over and play on it, and they're like, I never went on this machine. And then
"I'm
I've
not
had people
supposed to."
say they've never won in their entire life, even people in their 60s, and the first time they play, they're able to grab something up, and so they get super excited about it. And then I've got the Punch Out that I bought from you, Cody.
Oh yeah, that's sick. Last time I talked to you, you were like, I don't know, what, number 16 in Deadpool? I can't remember. You were way up there in the rankings. Is that still going on?
I think I was higher than that, but yeah, no, I'm pretty good at the machines I own. I'll put it that way. I got a lot of practice for free.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I bought them. So I was going to the bars and spending so much money on playing the games and all the booze associated with it. I was like, I think it might be cheaper just to buy my own machines. So I started with the Guardians of the Galaxy, then the Deadpool, then the Monster Bash, then the Theater of Magic, then Jurassic Park. And then Medieval Madness is my all-time favorite pinball machine. So.
Oh, one more thing I totally forgot, because people hit me up about this all the time. So when we initially bought the store from you, you took the Bellevue's inventory. What is that doing right now? I've been wanting to buy it forever.
So I have it. I actually went through everything. I organized it all. I laid it all out. I took photographs of everything. I then reboxed it all back up, organized, everything's marked and labeled, and I was going to put it on eBay, and then the pandemic hit. And
no,
so
sell it to me. What are you doing? I especially want the
figured it was
Japanese
not a
Vita
good time
and
to be trying to
inbox
sell
Famicom.
stuff.
It's actually the best time to be selling stuff
Oh, it is.
right now.
Yeah, everything's up in price. Like
yeah,
crazy.
maybe not imports. No,
Probably
they
not.
should be because EMS and
Oh yeah,
you
EMS
can
is
only
closed.
you can only use DHL right now to ship from Japan. So I have like thousands of dollars worth of stuff stuck in Japan right now, which is great. But yeah, you should sell it to us.
Well, it's all boxed up, and I was planning on using that money to help fund the Flynn's Arcade remodel at my house.
Ooh.
Well, we'll take
But,
it. Although I don't
well,
know, it's
here-
hard to compare
well-
against eBay prices. You know,
Yeah.
it's hard to say
Yeah,
what they would
but,
go for.
I have everything photographed, so I'll just shoot you guys the photographs, and you guys can let me know if you're interested in making an offer. If I'm happy with it, then
All right.
That'd be
make a deal.
easier.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've kept you for almost an hour, so I don't want to keep you any longer. But appreciate you coming and sharing some old Pink Godzilla wisdom with us. I think everyone's really enjoyed hearing from you.
Yep, anytime. We'll have to do it again in another 15 years.
Well, maybe 5. 20's a big year. And maybe we'll
Yeah,
actually
there you
like the world will be open and we can have a big party and everything. So.
There you go. Sounds good. All right, thanks everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good
one.
night.
Bye.
Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed that that little talk with the old owner there.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
We have another talk coming up really soon, and I should eat something real quick.
Oh, I got to pee, so let me pee first, and then you eat something, okay?
Okay.
Hang tight. You guys like that?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
How'd you guys enjoy that?
Hopefully-
Sorry for those of you who came in the middle of it. I know it's a little. Maybe you can like change something on there to say like now
This
speaking
is a
or
test
something.
spin alert.
You know.
Do that.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Poop break.
It sounds like everything he said was kind of my understanding of the store as well. So I didn't learn a whole lot of new stuff, which is both good and bad. It means that I know what I haven't been just talking out my ass all these years when people ask me these questions, but no like huge surprises or anything there. So that was fun though.